The NFL, week one, remember I said one of the headlines, even though it didn't become a headline, was we didn't talk about the officiating. We got through week one for the most part, and it was about the play. Football was back, and here we are, week two. NFL found a way to complicate officiating even more in the offseason. We're reviewing pass interference. And I said at the time, oh, no, you can't add. Don't add more. It's going to make it more of a mess. It's hard to watch the NFL. It was hard to watch yesterday. There is no flow to any game. Anytime there is any long touchdown, I wait. I wait before I go, oh, that's no, let me wait. And yet the Chargers yesterday, back-to-back touchdowns, penalties. It just feels like pass interference and holding is called or can be called on every single play. And some things remain the same. The officials screwing up New Orleans Saints games. Saints played the Rams, and this was supposed to be that revenge game. It's not really a revenge game, but it was a revenge game. Every NFL fan knows the Saints lost out on a chance to go to the Super Bowl because of the pass interference call in last year's the championship game. So you had to figure you had your best officials on this game. Like, you can't screw this up. You got to get it right. Saints deserve that, right? Well, the officials blew a premature whistle. That cost New Orleans a defensive touchdown. The amazing thing is the officials hurt the Saints last week against the Texans. They screwed up the clock there. This is the one team you can't screw up. You just can't. Yeah, this is one team the NFL has got to get it right, and so far it's been the opposite. Now, they probably would have lost anyway because they lost Drew Brees. He got hurt. But officials, you got to try harder, especially with the Saints this year. The organization and the fans certainly deserve better. I'm watching that yesterday, and I go, that's a touchdown. And then you can hear Troy Aikman go, no, they blew the whistle. Now, you're taught, according to a former official who I spoke to last night, we're told to let it play out. You can always go back to it. But if you blow the whistle prematurely, there's nothing you could do. Give the ball to New Orleans, but no touchdown there. Now, were the Rams better yesterday? They were. But you got to get these calls right. It's certainly when the Saints are playing the Rams, and they didn't. Paulie, do you have a grievance?
Yeah, I got to agree with Fritzy. That Bradley Chubb call was brutal. Bradley Chubb's just trying to make a tackle late in the game, and he barely landed on Trubisky. And the rule isn't you cannot make contact with the quarterback as you take him to the ground. It's you can't pile drive him and try to put your weight on him. I would say the call, Dalvin Cook going in the end zone, they called pass interference. And there's another play, I think there was a Patriot receiver on a pick play. They run 30 pick plays a game, every team. And you just don't overtly block the guy. It was a general pick play, and they decided to review it and said, yeah, it was a pick. You can't legislate pass interference after the fact, and they are, but you shouldn't be.
But the way I look at it, if I was coaching my offense, I'd say hold on every play, and don't be afraid to push off, have offensive pass interference. And if I'm coaching my defense, I would say, hold as much as you can on passing plays. I would just say pass interference, because how many are there going to call? Now, I would say that, but then I watched yesterday and I went, it seems like they are calling more. And everything was disruptive. There was no flow. There's no enjoyment to it. And I know you can call a penalty on every play, but I don't know what the strategy is anymore. Yes, Eaton.
Yeah, it's sort of like what we were talking about before, but just it's destroying the flow of the game. Yeah. And it feels a lot more like my biggest problem with the NBA and watching basketball is that there's constantly fouls called. Like, just let them play a little bit. Let them go back and forth on the court 3 times before you blow your whistle or something. And now the NFL is feeling a lot like that, too, where you just expect a penalty on every play, and it's really a drag.
Every punt return, I expect a penalty. Every single one. I'm shocked when there's no penalty. And then if there's a long touchdown, like Julio Jones last night, I waited, and I go, oh, there's got to be a penalty. There's no penalty? Now, not that I was saying there should have been. I just expect it. Yes,
and even as a fan, you're sitting at home and there's a flag there. Well, that's going to be holding. You even know based on where it was thrown on the field as a fan sitting at home, that's going to be holding. That run's coming back. All right, well, pass interference. It's just so lame.
Yeah, Paul.
Each ref in a game, each official gets 2 flags on them. When they're out of flags, they're out of calls. Problem solved. Problem solved. And then you make each one count. Like, that's kind of holding. I can't throw that yellow flag. I want a big hold.
But do you know that an official, according to J.J. Watt, told him you were held on the play, but I didn't throw my flag?
Why would you say that to him?
I don't know unless you go, God, I can't be throwing a flag on every play.
Or the ref hates J.J. Watt and America simultaneously.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.